So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. It really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. We have already started here. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. And it's gone back to the keeper. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I've always been impressed with this boy, Pau Cubarsí. It never ceases to amaze me, Peter, how the Catalans always manage to unearth all of these gems, especially in an age where the demand is quite high on defenders. He's really the perfect package.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Xavi. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. First quarter of an hour gone. He's played him through. Now it's Iniesta. Nice ball, and he's in here.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Zaire Emery. Olise. Out to the left it goes. He's got plenty of space out wide here, and he's made sure that's not getting through. David Villa, and that could set him on his way. Oh, that's fabulous. No way through, so back it comes. Zaire Emery. Now it's Mbappe. France upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Oh, what has happened here? That's a nicely measured pass. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Oh, smashing header!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Mbappe. That looks a good ball through. Olise. And the finish! Just off target.
And Kunku really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't. This is what good chemistry is all about.
He's had a shot! It's in!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be...
And the referee brings the first half to a close. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal. And that is the state of it at the break, 1-0.
Right now for information on
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. you still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Number 18.
Well, it's been an enthralling game so far, this meeting of regular rivals. High intensity, high in passion. Tough game for the officials to this point, but that is unlikely to change. Spain head in, having made the crucial breakthrough, and to that end there is a degree of satisfaction there. The lead by no means decisive yet, but so far so good. 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Plays a sharp little ball here. Barcola. Now it's Griezmann. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Gently done. Mbappe. And here's Mbappe. And that interception has a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
And we have our very first corner. And it's hoisted clear. And he's managed to get rid.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
That is good alertness.
Spain couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
It's really well cleared. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Spain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Balde makes the interception. David Villa. Oh, this looks sharp. Defending was strong and firm. Just about up to 75 minutes. Caught offside that time. France looking to pass their way through. And it's Griezmann.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things...
Torres! It's a goal! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit!
And now he has two. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. It's run loose here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today? Face to face with the keeper. Decent hit! Superb goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him. Setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
After 8 minutes is number
Spain
19.
are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Laporte. Here's Rodri. Torres was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Iniesta. Oh, that was vital. Rodri gets it clear. Distributed tidily. And the pass is intercepted. David Villa. Spain are behind here despite their domination of possession. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xavi. Oh, easy pickings there. Rodri. That pass has been well intercepted. Pau Kubasi gets over and intercepts.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Spain with the corner, there first. That has been knocked clear. Brilliantly cut out.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Spain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Yamal! Xavi, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Xavi, good ball over the top. He could be in, shot at goal! There's a goal! Spain are all square.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Pedri, now it's Torres. And Torres! And he's done it! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
The goal scorer for Spain.
Spain
After
go
41
into the lead.
minutes is
It's so often the
Number
case with
9.
goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Ricky Puig. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He is through here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game.
Just a quick reminder today.
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them.
Substitution
As for the next
Spain.
one, should it
Number
arrive,
8. Xavi.
that may have a bigger
Number
bearing as to who
9.
emerges victorious.
David Villa. Coming on the
So
field.
we're straight back
Number
at it
7,
at the start of the second
Pedri.
half.
Number 20.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Al-Kubasi spots it and intercepts. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pedri. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Spain appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
The attendance for this match was 71,550.
Oh no circumventing this opponent. Oh, what a ball he's hit! Can he finish? Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Fernando Torres reacted so well to bring that ball under control. Looked easy too.
Iniesta gathers from the goal kick. Valde. And here's Torres. Oh, Torres! Dispatched clinically. What remarkable powers of recovery.
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
He's played him through. Now it's Pedri. Can he... Oh, what has happened here? Back in once more.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Substitutions taking place.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Now, what about a counter-attack? It'll be a throw-in. Who saw this coming? Spain are taking this to full distance. Terrific stuff. Rodri makes the interception. Eric Garcia. Now that's well seen too. Pedri. Looking for the run.
2 added minutes has been
Well, he got rid
indicated.
because he was under pressure.
Neatly clipped into space. That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
And just a quick
So all
reminder
square,
today to please
we need
drink
a winner,
responsibly.
and we will be
Anyone
back
appearing
for
intoxicated
extra
or
time.
behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitution for Spain. Number 14, Aymeric Laporte. Number 10, Fernando.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
Alvaro Morata. Substitution.
Eric Garcia. Yamal in acres of space out wide. Great chance! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! Quite exquisite, brilliantly dispatched.
Oh, wonderful, just wonderful. What technical dreams are made of. It was unstoppable.
After 5 minutes in extra
And when the
time
manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Spain get themselves into the lead. And they've got rid. Ferran Torres. And it's Morata. Now it's Pedri. Carvajal could try cutting inside here.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
And now the hit! Yamal. Eric Garcia. Floated through. And he was quick to react. Casillas sends that a long way. Yamal. Morata. And the finish! And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs.
Extra time reaches half-time.
And if you do have a chance
Yeah,
today,
it is
please
coming
take some
down to
time
those
out
last
give your
15
support
minutes.
to our
A
best
truly
stadium fund.
attritional affair that has reduced both teams to near standstill. The saying goes that it only takes a moment to make a difference in this game, but you have to pose the question, is there enough left in the collective tank of either team?
Substitution in progress.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Well timed, excellent interception. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Iniesta. He's found the way through. Pedri tries a shot! We've got a goal! Stoppage time approaching. Is that the final act?
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Spain give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to...
And that is as far as it goes. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Well, after all of that... Barcelona take up their starting position ahead of what will be another manic dash towards the finish line. A finish line beyond which lies pastures substantially greener, substantially more fertile, substantially more lucrative. They really do want to get off to a flyer here. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Eto! Worth a try, but not this time.
Eto cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
And here's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, and he's through the middle. Oh, important interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Lionel Messi's heroics in the Middle East still very fresh in our minds, Jim.
They are. 7 goals, and deservedly the player of the tournament. He was terrific in the knockout round, scoring in every game, and I was particularly impressed with that semi-final performance.
Yeah, penalty to start with, of course, and then he finished it all off, setting up the third, 20 minutes out from the end.
Yeah, it was a perfect performance against a very tough and durable Croatian side. He was a star.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it. Eto really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Kimmich. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Costa Curta. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Platini. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice... Oh, shooting chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Costa Curta. Kimmich. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Oh, Red, nice interception.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable.
He's through here. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
That's a nicely weighted pass. And the finish! And it's a goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And Messi! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal.
Just a quick
And
announcement.
that is the state of it
We'd like
at the
to
break.
inform you that
1-0.
CCTV is now in operation.
I thought that
for
was a
your
decent
safety.
45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Barcelona head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. Here we go again then.
Barcelona really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
And that has put paid to that. Van Dijk. To Messi. Kimmich. Looking tidy in possession here. Shot a goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
That has been cut short.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing. He's gone for goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the
The
keeper.
attendance for this match was 72,306.
Gives it back. And the ball's a good one here. Adams did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Bellingham! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Sticks it away! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser. Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Platini. Now it's Eto. Kimmich. Now it's Eto. And he's straight offside. Into the last 5 minutes.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Look at the space. Big chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Suarez deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. He's gone forward. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
A long ball by the goalkeeper. This is promising. Brilliantly cut out. And we're done. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Kimmich.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Well, he really could play in any position.
Yes, he started as a sweeper and showed that he could play anywhere in midfield and indeed up front. Big, strong, and absolutely gifted.
Skims one in. He's there and gets it away. Luis Suarez. And it's Luis Suarez. Quarter of an hour played.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's chance!
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Beckham. Well-timed, excellent interception. Xavi. And he's quick to snatch it back. He's played him through. Luis Suarez! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Thuram getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
There's the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Zico really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. That's going to go a long way. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And he's on his way! Luis Suarez. Now can he find... Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, there's the clearance. Now it's Shevchenko. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, what has happened here? Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. No, it's not getting there. Zico.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Luis Suarez. Oh, good ball, shot, and the finish! Goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic. The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
So the first moment of real significance. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
That today's match day
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Yes, they're behind, but it's a reversible situation. As long as better defensive focus can avoid a second goal on the counter, they know they have the wherewithal to come up with what they need.
Number 14.
Barcelona having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Barcelona carrying a one-goal lead. Shevchenko! And that was very necessary. Costa Curta cuts out the pass. Barcelona do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
He can run onto that. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Rijkaard gets good distance on it. Oh, a delicate chip through. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
550.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
He's looking to set free a runner. And Shevchenko! No mistake! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he...
Chance! And that is doing no harm at all. Keeper's got good distance on that. 75 minutes played. It's a great hit! Goal! Barcelona! And they get themselves in front!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it.
And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, now that was a chance. What a chance.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Batistuta. Done delicately.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Barcelona close now to seeing this one through to the end.
There will be
He is through here. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. All hands on deck for this one. And that has been knocked clear. And we're done. Barcelona pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Batistuta picking up the man. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Bastoni with the clearance. Kimmich. Eto! And that is wildly off target. Nicely weighted ball. It's Luis Suarez! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. This is the time you need that pace.
Barcelona are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Gets his pass away. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Belletti. So just a one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Now that looks a decent ball. Rummenigge. Can he get it through? He can run onto that. He's had a hit! Now who's going to be... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Xavi. Beckenbauer. Mbappe. Can he put it away? He's got a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Great ball if he can get there. He might be in here. There's the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Eto clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rummenigge. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Skriniar spots it and intercepts. Zakaria. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And there's the end of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Luis Suarez! He scored!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
That is just the top drawer finish. He was always in control and couldn't have placed it any better.
So we have... It's Efootball! They've done it! And this is getting better and better.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Attendance for this match was
60 minutes played.
71,898.
Yeah, the hat-trick is definitely on his mind, Peter. He wants to get it over with as quickly as he can. Just about everything he's done, for me, he's done it with real conviction.
He certainly has. Really satisfying performance from him. A smiling satisfaction emanating from him. He is embracing this game. Messi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Xavi. Scholes. Gently done. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Rummenigge. Plays it in low. Mbappe! And he's really put himself on the line here. It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. Has a shot! Oh, should have put that away.
Well, they're definitely going about things the right way, Peter. A goal soon can bolster energy levels now.
So, third corner of the game. Defending of the desperate variety. He'll try from distance. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Kimmich. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Played into space out wide. Eto. Oh, he's found support out wide. Nicked it back promptly. Scholes floated up and over.
There will
Oh,
be
that's well
5 minutes
spotted.
added time.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. He's found some space. Scholes! 5 minutes to add. Oh, good read. Now it's Eto. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little. And we're done. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be... Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. And as you can see, we've already started here. And he stands tall, impenetrable, and nicely intercepted. And it's Luis Suarez, and he's intervened well there. And here's Stoichkov. Eto'o might just make this. Neymar. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. That is a brilliant interception. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Eto'o. That's a nicely measured pass. Now it's Eto'o. He has found the way. Can he finish? And one more try. Oh, he's been caught napping. Suarez finds himself offside. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Oh, that's a key interception. Rodri. Now Costa Curta. That has been cut short. Now it's Stoichkov. Oh, that's well spotted. Kimmich. Luis Suarez. Can he put it away? Goal! Barcelona!
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before and no doubt they'll work it again.
So we have our breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
There's the hit! Costa Curta gets it away. Opts to play it back, and he's had a hit! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Kimmich really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There will be 1 minute added
Costa
time.
Curta. Some resolute defending there. And it's Luis Suarez. And the first half is done. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Barcelona leading 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation.
Now the finish! Kimmich. Now it's Mbappe. Neymar! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Barcelona are ahead here by what is still the only goal. It's Perez!
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Perez! Perez! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Stoichkov. Mbappe. Perez. Keeper's got good distance on that. And claimed it back swiftly. Perez.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Gently done. And he cuts out the supply. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Well, played right into his path. Lovely feet. There are... And Messi! Oh, and that should have been two.
Messi has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
It's their second corner of the game. Perez attempts a clearance.
Barcelona can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Deftly away.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Perez. And the shot! And again! He scored! They have stolen level at the last! Neymar at his... And that is as far as it goes. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Their share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. The action has already started. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Adams getting this one clear. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Suarez is flagged offside. Oh, this looks sharp, and he was alert to it. It's a sharp pass. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass...
And he's let fly! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Interception, his positioning was spot on. Some really good ball movement. Oh, he's through the mid. It's Luis Suarez! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front.
Barcelona clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, what a ball! Shot a goal! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. That's going to go a long way. White. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Eto. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. There's the hit! And he hits the net! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Barcelona can do it here. 90 minutes away from reaching their target. It is the sort of opportunity they would certainly have settled for if offered it on day one. That was then, this is the here and now. Can they meet their ambitions, their aspirations? Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And already we're underway here. Barcelona come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. Araujo cuts out the pass. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Shifted upfield. And that is as far as they're going to go. Rummenigge.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
A searching ball that into space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Keeper has taken decisive action. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And the ball's a good one here. Rummenigge. Modena look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. That has not gone well. Xavi Alonso. And he cuts out the supply. That is good alertness. Short changes him with that pass. And here's Suarez. Kimmich. He's tried one! Araujo getting this one clear. And we hit half-time. As if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless.
As it is about to be towed away.
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
Barcelona head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. And we are already promptly back underway.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Rummenigge. Xavi. Eto'o. Xavi Alonso. Oh, nicely intercepted. Deftly away. Modena with the corner, there first. Cleared away. Has a look and has a go. And now a sudden chance to counter.
The attendance for this match was
Passing is crisp and sharp.
71,898.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Well, played right into his path. It's Alonso! Well, that's a superb piece of defending. Modena have their second corner now. And he's taking no chances there. Costa Curta. And now they can spring out of defence. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. That's going to go a long way. Oh, no joy this time. Cleared without complication. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Eto is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ball's gone out of play. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Belletti. Luis Suarez. No, it's Luis Suarez. Rijkaard attempts a clearance. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he thumps it clear.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Luis Suarez, big header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Eto certainly could have and should have made more of that.
And that is that. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Barcelona preparing to celebrate.
Hello,
They are
everybody, and
potentially
welcome to
90
today's
minutes away
match.
from promotion. They just need a single point. It would be, no question, the biggest point of this campaign. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with... And he's had a hit! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
Tries a shot! You've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Oh, super find. He's had a shot! He's scored! And they're at it again in double quick time.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he's only too happy to take that back. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Belletti. 15 minutes till half-time. He can run onto that. Madrid applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often.
Ribery! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Rummenigge might just make this. Rummenigge.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that is out of play. Costa Curta. And here's Messi. Neto. Luis Suarez. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Hits one! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Has been indicated.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. And the whistle goes for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Barcelona were desperate for the half-time whistle. A regroup and a rethink is imperative to rescue this.
Hello everyone. everybody, and a quick announcement now. We would like to ask you all to kindly stay seated during the match. Thank you for your cooperation.
Substitutions taking place.
And we're underway again.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Rummenigge. Neymar. That has not gone well. Barcelona do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And it's Batistuta. He is through here. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. And the counter is on. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Interesting ball. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Nice control. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he's quick to get it clear again. De Bruyne. Brilliantly cut out. Nicely aimed pass. Kimmich. Ribéry. And that is expertly dealt with. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And he's intervened well there. Half an hour gone in the second half.
Barcelona truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement?
Great chance! Yes, it's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again!
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Well, it has been a very watchable, sometimes rather desperate contest. Understandable, one supposes, when considering what's at stake
Well,
here.
Peter, as you said, this is huge. Could do with more intensity and purpose, though, if they're looking to turn this around.
Rummenigge is flagged offside. And here's Batistuta. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he was quick to react.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And that's it. Barcelona perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us on this most anticipated day in this part of the world. Calm confidence is emanating from all corners of the ground, and the odds are certainly in their favour. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. We have already started here. Barcelona cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need... Great chance! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
How important will this turn out to be? This is going to give them a lot more options now.
And it's Messi. And he's picked out the run. Now he's off and running. Somewhat off target.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Bellingham. And he's cut it out. Cleared without complication.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
A real chance if he can get through. That's a promising run he's making on the right. He is through here. Now it's Eto'o. Cafu gets it away. Half an hour played now. Xavi puts his foot on the gas. There's the hit! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Oh, easy pickings there. Messi. Oh, he's found support out wide. Adams with the clearance. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Costa Curta. Tries to get it clear. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. He might... Mbappe! And it's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Good defense.
Mbappe! Mbappe! He's delivered all right!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier.
And we hit half-time. Well, the two sides have made this a pretty decent game so far. Both have contributed on the score sheet. There is a balance wherever you look. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Substitution in progress.
And we're off again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Defending of the desperate variety. And here's Eto. Eto! And they've got rid. Aim forwards. Iniesta. He's got the shot away! And now they can clear their lines. Costa Curta. Kimmich. Iniesta. Real chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Rodri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. McAllister is there and he can get that clear. Big chance! Oh, he's been caught napping.
The attendance for this match
Barcelona
was
given another corner.
71,550.
Barcelona have their 3rd corner. And he's gone looking for safety. It's a great ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, nice one too, very nice. Can he put it away? And he's found the net! Not so fast, not so fast, they say. We want it just as badly. We will make a fight of it.
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Kimmich.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah,
Oh, what has happened here? He's had a shot! Kimmich clears it away.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And he cuts out the supply. Mbappe is herring after that one. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And he's managed to get rid. And the pass is intercepted. He's played him through. Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it!
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
Added time.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
It's a pretty loose pass. And that will be it. Barcelona have done it. A promotion sealed with a
Please
win.
make sure to watch the screen for an information
This is somewhat
bulletin
what we've
from the
witnessed,
regional-
Jim. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Oh, that's fabulous. And he thumps it clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Luis Suarez. There's the hit! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
So the game's first significant... Eto'o gets through on his own. Real chance! It's in! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Barcelona clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Eto'o bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Eto'o is offering a wry smile there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack.
Big chance! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Foden, Adams spots it and intercepts. More and more pressure on the ball here. Xavi.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
And he's gone looking for safety. Played back. And it's Messi. Threads one in. Xavi. That's good play. Griezmann did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Shot at goal! And the pass is intercepted. Luis Suarez. And he's had a hit! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Suarez brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Foden. Time and again they are repelled. Good spot, he's seen the run. Oh, that's well spotted. Foden is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Costa Curta. Ball's gone out of play. Rodri. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Gives it back. He's looking to set free a runner. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Foden. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. They know That is pretty much the end of that. Kimmich, and it's Messi.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
He's going to be disappointed with that.
There will be 1 minute.
And here's
added
Eto.
time.
Conte. Foden. Oh, perfectly measured that. Xavi. And we've reached half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Barcelona are 2 up and everything is shaping nicely. The only criticism, it could have been 3.
Barcelona go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And here's Griezmann. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Oh, what a ball, he's in here! Foden! Really well taken goal. The second half sparked straight into life.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Belletti. Now it's Griezmann. And it's Luis Suarez. He's shifting through the gears here. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Eto. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Look at the space here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Griezmann.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And he's in on goal. He's in a great position. He's had a shot. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And another try. Oh, taken with style. 2 to the good. They have breathing space. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner. Unstoppable.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Look, this position.
Chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
He's found a way through. Cleared away. He's gone forward. Xavi. Belletti. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he was quick to react. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Adams. Costa Curta. Luis Suarez. No, that was never going to make it. No way through. Messi. He is through here. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Now the party. And Messi! He should have put that one away.
Well, that ought to have wrapped it up, Peter. He may well regret that, you know.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Now this could be a chance. Messi looking to add to his goal. Belletti. Barcelona finding their passes. Oh, he's in! Nicked it back promptly. Eto'o! They are queuing up to have a go here.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
And it's Xavi.
2 added minutes has
Time
been
added
indicated.
on will be 2 minutes. Mbappe! And he'll shoot here! And that is high. No unnecessary risk. That's at the end. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Eto'o voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Thank you very much for your support.
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly.